So if we can learn and correct any mistake that we feel we have made, tighten up where we feel that we're still having gaps before the main tournament. I want to believe the friendly matches and the kind of preparation the president is talking about can be able to make us tick or give good results.
Thinking about the coach, that is Sebastian Minye to be specific. He is a coach that actually wants to deliver. We know issues about payment in the first few months that were later sorted, and we know what he wants to bring on the table. We've had quite a number of coaches coaching this national team. Now it is the time for Sebastian Minye. What do you think Sebastian Minye brings on the table different from all the other coaches that we've had, and we've had a number? Positive or negative?
You know, I think he's organized. I've not been around different coaches close enough to the national team and see how they organize, but I think looking at how we've played under Sebastian Minye, definitely he is organized. But one thing you cannot forget and you cannot discredit is having an assistant coach who is very knowledgeable, you know, in Francis Kimanzi. Very knowledgeable. He has handled the national team as the head coach. He has played the game in Africa when Mathare United played Confederations Cup against Bata Bullets and against a team from Congo. Kimanzi was also a player. So he also understands the kind of opponents that the African teams present. The kind of opposition that the African teams present. So Minye, yes, very organized, you can see. You know, modern football, we are more attacking now. You know, we play with the half spaces and, you know, trying to play behind the lines and all that. Things that modern football is all about. But also kudos to the national office for having a great coach in Francis Kimanzi as the assistant to Minye.
You played with Kimanzi, if I'm not wrong, in Mathare?
Yes, we did. We played with Kimanzi, won the Moi Golden Cup in 2000, won the Headaches Cup also with him. So as a player, we've worked together. As a coach, we've also worked together. He coached Mathare United when I felt like I was coming back to the game in 2010, 2011, thereabout.
So you're talking about the coach and how important he is in this side. Let's take a look at the Group F. And when you think about Group F, we know Sebastian Minye, he will be having a lot of responsibilities just to make sure that this team at least qualifies for the second round in this campaign. But in Group F of the qualifiers, this is how actually it stands. We know what happened with this Kenyan side. For the Kenyan side, we are on the top, we're on the summit of that log. 7 points for us. We know for Sierra Leone, all the points were nullified. So Kenya, we're dancing and saying we are on the summit. But we have an important match, away game against Ghana. I know for now, Ghana is on the second position, but do you think we will go to Afcon actually topping this group?
I think we should. It will be great motivation to the team. And this actually, you know, I was looking at it the other day and saying this could be part of the preparation to the Afcon. You know, the friendly matches that you're talking about, Jamaica and some other West African teams, this could also be another kind of preparation, you know, just to see, because this is the kind of opposition we are going to meet. This and more is what we're going to meet at the African Cup of Nations stage, you know, and when you get to the second round and then we get to the quarterfinals where the stakes are very high, this is the kind of opposition or even more that we will get. So,
and talking about the kind of opposition, at least we started well playing against Ghana at home and getting that important victory.
You know, how far back can you remember beating a team like Ghana of that status, of that caliber, beating a team like Ghana, either home or away? You know, we played against Zambia here and they beat us 2-1, pants down. No chance at all for us. So it is a great game. I hope we can get the nerve to get the result in Ghana. I think it will be great preparation for us as we go into the main tournament.
Well, yes, we know it will be very important, but what do we pick from the Ghana game? Now going to the second leg, the return leg, I know we might have played quite a number of friendlies, but from this Ghana game, what do we pick after playing with them and getting that important 1-0 victory?
Number one, we try to build on the positives that we had. The positives is that we try our best to create chances, number one, and make use of them. When you play top top teams, you don't create so many chances. So the little chances that you make, you have to make them count, number one. But number two, what we have to learn and try to correct is when we are leading against a top team in Africa or in the world, you know, how do we compose ourselves and still maintain the kind of play we want to play and at least have some control of the game? You know, because yes, we beat Ghana, but we saw a Ghana side that tried so hard to beat Kenya that we were reduced to defending so close to our goals. Yes, so to our goals. So we had the midfield line and the back line, a difference of about 7 to 10 yards only. You know, so creating chances like this, which come not as many, and you know, and utilizing them, great. But after that, then how do we handle ourselves? Do we retreat back and look scared and you know, hope for the referee to blow the final whistle and go home with a point or three, or do we remain calm, composed, and still control the game regardless of the status of the opponent we are playing?
We tried to control the game, but after scoring that goal, we went on a defensive mode.
Yes,
Ghana attacked and they had quite a number of chances.
And you cannot afford to do that at top level. You know,
that one would have been a simple goal. Were it not for the luck that was coming the Kenyan way.
Yeah, we created some chances. They did create a lot of chances. Some of them will have chances, but they really scared the fans that were at the stadium, you know, for lack of a better word. I think they got everyone on their feet. They got everyone praying for the entire time that Kenya led. After we scored, until the final whistle, you know, it was just prayers that when will the final whistle be blown? And that's not a situation you want the players and the fans to be in. You know, we have to get to that point that guys, we have played these matches, we have played these big guys, we have performed, we have gotten results from them. Yes, we have a win, we are leading in this match, the second minute or the 40th minute, but let's stay composed, let's stay calm, relaxed, and play our game, or even score more. You know, who could have known Brazil could be scored 7 goals at a World Cup competition? So we play Ghana, we can still beat them 3 goals. Why not?
Why not? State of facilities here in the country. You know, we're talking about that game which was played at Kasarani. Beautiful field it has been now after that renovation. But we think about Nyayo National Stadium and its current state, not the best of state. Think about different places. Camp Toyo, not the best of a facility that the people who play in their local Premier League play. Think about Machakos also, where quite a number of matches, even this season, will be played there. These venues, not the best venues that we should be having and also talking about here in the country. We can do better, Simon.
I think we can do a better job. We have to understand that when we build these stadiums and make the surfaces playable, or maybe to the required standard as it is all over the world, maybe in developed countries, we are not doing it so that we can impress the fans and show how well we can, you know, we can host a big tournament. We have to, at the back of our mind, we have to know that a good surface produces a good player. So we are getting these surfaces so that we can have players who can play.
Not everybody agrees with that sometimes. Why so? Because surface is always very, very crucial.
It is critical. So if anyone feels like, you know, you can play in any surface and still be a world-class player, should be waking up from his dream, because it has never happened. You know, even the players that we hear, he played on the streets of Rio de Janeiro before he became a star. But he was moved from that street to an organized facility, good structures, good nutrition, good mentorship, good experience and exposure of play until he got to where he is. You know, you don't win a Ballon d'Or from the street, my friend. No, you don't do that. So at the back of our mind, we should know that we are doing this to create better players, not so that we can show the rest of the world we have these stadiums now, we can host these tournaments.
But at times we can have good players, but they will not be finished and polished players while playing at a bad surface.
Yes, they'll not be groomed enough. So a Kenyan team goes to play in England or in Spain, and you see the speed of the game from the opposition, you know, the tempo. Look at our play, and you know, where you are, you're feeling like he should have played a little bit faster. But this is a continuous process and a habit that, because the field is not a good surface, so anytime you get I have to stop it fast. Before I kick it, I have to look at it again. You know, as opposed to, you are used to a good surface. You know when it comes, there's a time for one touch, there's a time for a dribble, there's a time for a shot. It comes automatically without even having to look at the ground itself.
Good surface is always important. Footballer Simon Mulama saying it in black and white, and yes, we can do better because we have quite a number of facilities here in the country that needs to be taken to a level that will be said that it is an international level. And also kudos to the players who play at the bad surfaces, but at least they try as much as they can. But we know if things goes a positive way, then Kenya has the money and also the resources to make those facilities better. We'll continue with the football talk, but before that, motocross. I know today we had the action. The 9th stop has been going on. Earlier, Rutunu Kwenyike was there just to tell us what are the prospects from the Kenyan team. The Kenyan charges there, they're riding and they're saying they want to do it with some impetus and also with some style. Kwenyike, what exactly